Evening views. The latest which is going around the world in La La Land. To kick off, that Italian proposal of ceasefire, which the Italian government presented to the UN. The Russians didn't examine it that much, didn't took it seriously. The foreign spokesperson for the Russian Foreign Ministry, Maria Medvedeva, I believe so, just said it's very unrealistic. More or less, she said they live in cuckoo land, these people of the collective West. They say this proposal was drawn up by an Italian politician called Luigi Di Maio, which absolutely clueless. Him, like others of the collective, they live in a dream world. They're absolute out of touch of reality. I should tell you why. Because in these, so far, what I know in these proposals is Ukraine should join the EU, NATO as well. Basing on the Treaty of Minsk, and I shall come to the other part now. The part which is regarding the returning the territories of Congo by Russians, Crimea, Donbass, Mariupol, and other locations in the south should be handed back to Ukraine. Apart from the Treaty of Minsk, there will be created a federal version of Ukraine, and these parts which are ethnic minority Russians, Crimea, Donbass and whatever, would have a special autonomy, like if it was just like the American states in America, basically, would be the same thing. And you wouldn't have to go for so much bloodshed. Seeing the collective West don't want to make peace, even if so, Kissinger said so, and Lloyd Austin, the top Ross in the military thingy-bob, is best to accept these terms of peace, otherwise it only get worse for Ukraine. Regarding Europe, Orban, the president of Hungary, addressing the Hungarian Parliament in Budapest, said Hungary will vote against the sanctions against Russia. And under the special powers he created, basically will create two funds, one for the military and one for the Hungarian Social Security. It will be paid by the big corporations which operate in doing business in Ukraine, in Hungary. Obviously, this really pissed off people in Brussels. They invent anything to make Budapest a fall in line. Therefore, Orban was pretty clever to do this checkmate. Well, not yet. Coming to the checkmate with the EU. And to safeguard the sovereignty of his nation. and because obviously Brussels is going to try to do everything to overthrow this government, economically and politically speaking, causing hardship, making the government fall down. But you've already seen this before, these bureaucrats even in thought about it. So that's a good thing you've done for Hungary. There seems to be a dispute between Poland and Germany. The Polish they gave up their tanks which they had in their military forces to give them to the Ukrainians, waiting for the Germans to supply them with new ones, as it was supposedly agreed. Also, the Germans responded. It will take time to build these weaponry systems or tanks. And most European countries are running dry of military hardware, thinking would be some use. In this case, if Europe was being attacked conventionally, they wouldn't have the necessary hardware to defend themselves in a conventional way. So it'd be easy prey for Russia. Now, Russia did warn, continue sending weapons over into Ukraine, and it'll be blown up. The Germans promised them tanks and jets. Problem is, where these planes will take off from, because all the infrastructures regarding military bases and stuff for planes is destroyed. And even if the Ukrainian engine aircraft maker Mariupol totally destroyed, the Russians said so a day or so ago. So how is it possible? You couldn't supply them. They have no networks of constant supplies for fuel, ammo, and other type of supplies for the military forces. The Russians are just circling these poor Ukrainian devils, and mostly the top-level military brass of Ukraine are screaming to Zelensky, best to withdraw these people from there, because when time runs out they could be slaughtered. But the Russians have left a sort of road for them to escape, but the circle's getting more small and smaller by day. They're surrounded practically. And Zelensky does want to hear reason from his military advisors, because his government is basically the film company which made that TV series which went on here in Ukraine some while ago, as him acting as a president of Ukraine. Believe it or not, it's even these people live in La La Land. I think this thing is Hollywood, but it's the grim reality.